will start from the point that we have stopped yesterday at. We speak about solar eruptions. We have two types of eruptions that take place on the sun, which are prominences and solar flares. Firstly, what is a prominence? A prominence looks like a ribbon of glowing gases that leaves out of the chromosphere. Remember, chromosphere is a layer, is the second layer of the atmosphere of the sun, into corona, which is the outermost layer of the atmosphere of the sun. Prominences may appear and then disappear in a few days or months. It takes a long time, and it was very huge. Secondary flares. Flares are very bright and shiny areas, like volcano on Earth. We give it a nickname like volcano. What is flare? A flare is an explosive eruption of waves and particles into space. It lasts for minutes or hours. To understand, you will see this video. This video about some flares. See, this is the explosive, which represents some flares. We can see it now. It's particles and waves that go to the space. They are very bright. See, it looks like a volcano, exactly like volcano on Earth. See the explosive. See, these particles and waves that go to space. These particles and waves go to space like the explosions. Now we are going to see what is meant by a prominence. We can see this ribbon which appear. This ribbon, it take a long time, but we make it fast. This ribbon of glowing gas which extend from the chromosphere and reaching the corona itself. It's called a prominences. So we now know what's the difference between prominence and between some flares. So you can use your book to answer these questions. Compare and contrast in your notebook between showing the similarities and differences, of course, between prominence and flares. Why might space agencies not want to send astronauts into space during solar flares? Why? We see solar flares explosives that send out particles and waves. This radiation, these particles that released in space could be dangerous. What are the physical characteristics of the sun? Yesterday we said the physical characteristics, maybe it is a ball of gas, it gives off light and energy, and it's very hot, of course. Someone can add it does not have a hard surface or anything. This is maybe possible answer. What is a constellation? A constellation is a group of stars that forms a pattern. This pattern appears in the sky and we give it a name. For example, we have Little Dipper and Big Dipper. In the Little Dipper, we can find Polaris. Why Polaris called the North Star? North Star because it almost directly above the North Pole. How might constellation help scientists study the sky? Possible answer: constellation make visor to locate some individual stars. These visors who can observe or can supervise other people in navigation. Stars on the move. We will ask ourselves a question. Do the stars move? Yes, they are moving. This time lapse photo shows how stars seem to move. As Earth rotates, why are the stars in a circular pattern? Because Earth rotates in a circle. When Earth moves, we can see the stars as they are moving. But they are not moving around Earth, because all of us, even the star, revolving around the center of the universe. But we saw them moving in our sky not because they are moving around us, but because the Earth rotates around itself. Summarize. If other stars are brighter and larger than Sun, why does the Sun appear so large? Because the Sun is the closest, is the nearest star to Earth. How can we describe what is the significance of Polaris, the North Star? Because Polaris is almost directly above the North Pole. Polaris does not seem to move as Earth rotates. This helped navigators determine directions, such as north when they traveling. Now, time for assessment. You can type this assessment and complete it by yourself. You can stop the video and you can answer it by yourself. Complete. The sun is what? The sun is a star. There are two types of sun eruption, which are, yes, prominences and flares. The outermost layer of the sun is called the outer one. Yeah, we cannot forget this name. It's corona. Thank you. Don't forget your online homework. You will find it in personalized.realize.com. Solve it and send it again. Thank you.